Okay, guys, say you got yourself a Peerless Purifier PF110, like I did. Sorry for your luck. Biggest mistake I've ever made, pretty much, because unit it was great for the first year. It's not on failure to obtain or maintain this unit because I'm anal about once a year. I take this thing apart and it's spick and span on the inside, pretty much as it can be for being used. But ever since I had it, except for the first year, I've had to have somebody out every year, pretty much. Uh, this is put in 2000 December 2011. It is now January 18th, 2017. So, 6-7 year old unit, and but right now I've got the A02 failure, and flame failures, and I'm constantly also getting A01, which is the failure to ignite. So if you're getting these, this is just, I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. This is a cell phone video. If you're getting these issues, A01 A02, unlike what the guys that with my protection plan had me do, which is buy basically a whole new unit for the most part. If I'm not going to tell you how to clean these and all that stuff. If you're watching this video, you should already know. Go ahead and scrub those down with something lightly abrasive. Take them out, clean them. If you're getting spark, and no flame, it's probably your gas. If you're getting flame and then it's cutting out and you've already cleaned that, I would try to replace that. That's a good place. If it's starting and then cutting out, I would try that first before you do what I'm doing here. But these guys that have come out, they take one look at the boiler. They're like, I've never seen a unit like this, really. It looks like a lock and bar, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I've never worked on Peerless. Well, here's the deal. Peerless Boilers is made in the HTP Heat Transfer Products factory. So just so you know, they had me change out the spark igniter. They had me change out the flame sensor. I got this from parts or supplyhouse.com. $30 plus a couple dollars shipping. Beautiful. If you got it straight from parts to your door that Peerless wants you to go through, $60 plus shipping. This unit I got from Jupiter Heating. It's actually for HTP Elite, I believe. Pay attention to that number right there, that 7350P. For these units, these are interchangeable parts, so keep an eye out on the specs, but a lot of these are interchangeable. I got this, $30, Jupiter Heat. Shipping was a little high, $10, but same deal. Parts to your door wanted $60 plus shipping. Well, we changed out that stuff because they told me, let's change that out. Boom, boom, changed. No effect. So they were like, well, you're not getting gas. Let's change that. Gas valve out. Hundreds of dollars right there, bad boy. Just beware. You don't have to go to Peerless themselves. Just look up your part number. This is a Dungs valve. On yours, it's going to be, it'll tell you where all the specs are. But anyway, they changed out that. Still nothing. What their next step was, well, there's some modulator control. It's got, some stuff in there to do with like circuitry, little microchip and stuff like that, and resistors. So let's change that. Boom. Changed. Boom. And Still nothing. It was not igniting at all. Next thing we tried, they were like, well, we've done all this. It's gotta be the control board. Bam! Hundreds of dollars. Again, new control board. Guess what? Still nothing. Still nothing. Would not fire. And if it did fire, flame failure right after. Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. First thing that you got to do, if you're feeling a little bit of humming or hearing humming coming from this when it cycles, sparks, and then tries to open for a couple seconds, if you're feeling that, you are getting some power to your gas valve, and your gas valve might not be bad, so don't change that right away. I would definitely first, you got a blue and brown and green that goes to that modulation control unit. Go ahead and take your test meter on volts, AC volts, and cycle it and go across your connections and see if you can get 110 volts. If you can get on this unit, yours might be different, but most of these PFs 110s are actually 120, 110 volts, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, if you see 110 volts going to that, then yeah, your gas valve solenoids are bad, which is kind of rare. But if you're not, like me, for my instance, I'm getting anywhere from 49 to 52 volts. This opens at 110 to open these solenoids. 110 volts. 120. So we've tried everything. All this stuff. Bing, bang, boom, bam. The only thing that's stock is the heat exchanger in this, pretty much. What else could it be? Well, on this unit, it has a overheat safety. I'm gonna cut it off. There's a Molex connector. You got I believe your supply is your red, and then the pink here with these disconnectors. This is your over temp sensor. Go ahead, take a meter, jump across it with your meter. I'll try to do it real quick. This is not going to last very long because this is a cell phone video, so I'm not going to have very long on it. But go ahead and try to get your reading on it. This unit at 77 degrees, according to the Peerless book, is supposed to get Gibson, Hush Baby. Sorry, my 3-year-old's trying to sing a song. At 77 degrees, you're supposed to get 12K. Okay? Well, I'm getting 11.22. And the unit is showing about 80 degrees, something like that. It's hard to see through the cell phone. But it's reading pretty close. So, safety cutout. It's not open. That's a given. It's not open. This unit, if I was to cut it on right now with this disconnected like this, it would say high limit open, and it would lock out on that. So that being said, it's not open. But let's test that a little further. Go ahead and go in your little junk drawer. Find you a cheap little fork connector here, a spade fork, and this is temporary. Do not leave this like this. If it fixes it and it starts running after you do this, whatever you do, please don't leave it like this. It's completely unsafe to run. This is just a test. So go ahead and stick it in there. Same deal. Right next to each other. Just push them into the connector. Sorry, I got this. Well, anyway, this is impossible to do with one hand. Hold on a second. Set you down. And it should look something like that. This is just temporary, just to test the unit, but I'm not gonna do it like that because I'm an electrician. I got all sorts of stupid stuff because I've had to test units and things like that. So I already had one of these bad boys made up, a little jumper with the males on it. So slide it in there. Go play, buddy. Thank you. Okay, so this is going to the board. Obviously, you don't want to jump to the to the cutoff because it won't do nothing for you. But now, if you put your meter to that, you should be getting 110 volts when that goes to try to cycle. But just for another test, I didn't show it, but if you were to hook that across with your amp meter across the pinks with that, the way that one that overheat temperatures switch is, I was getting about 0.02. Okay, I just hit the reset. When this goes to cycle, you should get a healthy 6 to 9 on the unit. 6 to 9. 6 to 9. So when this, you're gonna hear it go to spark. You should hear it actually. Click, 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 click. Oh, did you hear that? Gas valve. And 0.09 on the amps. So that's healthy. So guess what? Guess what my problem is? After all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of parts that these guys had me put into this unit, it was this, because they didn't check the voltage. They seen it was getting like 24 to 48 volts, and a normal gas valve on most stuff is that. So let's just say this is $30. $30. If they would have seen that there wasn't 110 volts at that gas valve, this is what cut it. 50 volts is